One of the biggest Ethereum whales, who holds close to, at least at one point, $1 billion worth of crypto, has just recently gone on an 8-figure, multi-million-dollar shopping spree. I'm going to tell you which cryptos he bought and how much. Also, there is a first in the world I'm going to tell you about. It is the first regulated digital bank that now offers crypto asset products as well as staking. I'm going to tell you which tokens they offer support for staking. Also, Terra Luna and Terra Classic are trending once again. I'm going to tell you what they are at in CoinMarketCap in terms of the most searched cryptocurrencies and why there is so much speculation as to why traders are thinking that there's going to be big upside to Luna and Luna Classic. I'm also going to be giving a brief update on what Ron Hammond, who is the Director of Government Relations with Blockchain Association in Washington, D.C., he recently tweeted out a thread on what United States Congress are talking about regarding stablecoins and when we could potentially be looking at a bill that regulates cryptocurrency stablecoins. Hey everyone, my name is Randy. Welcome back to the Late Night Grind. Right now on this channel, we are covering cryptocurrency news, investment markets, and personal finance. So if any or all these topics interest you, make sure you hit that subscribe button, join the Late Night Grind community, and also don't forget to hit that bell notification icon. That way YouTube will send you a notification when I release a new video. And if you could do a couple of things for me, I'd appreciate it. Smash the thumbs up button and watch the video all the way to the end. Those are the two best things you can do to support a YouTube channel. So if you do that, I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, guys, let's jump into it. So first thing I want to talk about is what Ron Hammond, who is the Director of Government Relations with the Blockchain Association down in Washington, D.C. He recently tweeted out what both Maxine Waters and Patrick McHenry have been doing regarding working on a bill that would regulate the use of stablecoins, at least here in the United States. Now, Maxine Waters, a Democrat, Patrick McHenry, the Republican. What they've been doing is meeting and talking about what is going to go into this bill. Now, some of the things outlined here are speculation because according to some sources, both Democrats and Republicans are still basically meeting and trying to negotiate what would be in this bill. However, some of the items that they're talked about were stated, and some of them are very interesting. So, among other things, they're talking about non-bank issued stablecoins, which is, of course, probably the top priority in terms of the regulation. The other thing is the Fed as a potential regulator. That we want to make sure it doesn't happen, but of course, that's going to be part of this too, because after all, they've done such a good job regulating the United States dollar into oblivion. They're also going to be talking about foreign stablecoin issuers. Now, in my last video, I talked about Japan and their central bank digital currency and how it's basically not going to happen. However, other countries seem to be moving forward with theirs. So how would we actually utilize or regulate other foreign countries' digital currencies in the United States? And of course, other issues they are discussing, but we're not going to be privy to until it comes closer for the bill to be checked out, read, and discussed by other members of Congress. Now, what Ron Hammond was saying is because Congress is about up against a break, most of the staffers are going to be doing the legwork the next week or two. However, after that, he believes that Democrats especially are going to want to come to the negotiating table and get this done before the midterm elections, because it is assumed now that the Republicans will be taking back control of the House of Representatives and possibly the Senate. And if that's the case, Republicans are going to have a much stronger leg to stand on in terms of negotiations into 2023 if they were to wait that long and actually put this bill regarding stablecoins out there in 2023. So that is of his opinion. So it's probably not going to be the next week, probably not the next month, but over the next month or two, I believe you're going to see some hot and heavy discussions around this stablecoin bill here in the United States. And speaking of things outside of the United States, in Switzerland, there is the world's first regulated digital asset bank. That bank is known as Sygnum. And what they just announced recently, as early as last month, back in June, they've announced a lot of support for some cryptocurrency products that they're recently just launched. And one of those is staking. Now, this made big news because their announcement caught the eye of people that hold Cardano, as well as a few others that they're going to be able to actually stake while using this regulated digital bank. And so not only did they announce that they're offering support for Cardano staking, they also mentioned Tezos, as well as ETH 2.0 and some of the other proof of stake cryptocurrencies that are currently out there. And since they went ahead and made this announcement, the interest in these staking products has actually been huge. And before I get into the spending spree of the multi-hundred million dollar Ethereum wallet holder and what he's actually buying, I wanted to talk about what Luna and Luna Classic have been doing, because right now they are number 1 and number 3 in terms of the most searched cryptocurrencies on CoinMarketCap, which is kind of ridiculous because Luna Classic was basically the failed death spiral crypto that we saw spiral out of control several months ago. And Luna 2.0 is, of course, the new one that's supposed to replace it. Now, there's a lot of people that are staying far, far away from it, as most risk-averse investors should. However, there are a lot of traders now placing their bets with both Luna and Luna Classic in terms of them actually having a spike in not only usage, but of price. Even though price is down about 15% in the last 24 hours, there seems to be a lot more trading activity and a lot more speculators jumping in. Now, in my opinion, I think this is just the community members that are still remaining, and they're probably putting on some sort of push to draw in new traders, new investors, new buyers, so that at some point they can cash out with something that resembles something of any value because, well, you know, they lost it all in the crash months ago. So in my opinion, I think it's just a dead-end push. I don't necessarily think Luna is going to have a big comeback, especially since Do Kwon and some of the other people involved in Luna are now under investigation. And of course, the announcement that several cryptocurrency exchanges are now being raided in connection with some of their communications and any trading activity that could connect them to Luna or Do Kwon. All right, so now let's get into the fun, interesting stuff. This is a huge wallet. In fact, this is the biggest Ethereum wallet holding the most Ethereum that they have actually found. Now, this Ethereum wallet holder, this Ethereum whale, recently went on a major shopping spree. Now, where I was looking at this analysis, they actually showed that the overall value of this whale wallet fluctuates dramatically. So just in the past month, it was at a low, its low point of 456 million, if you consider that low, to a high value of nearly $1 billion, just under $1 billion, which probably ramped up when Ethereum had its big run up from, say, $1,100 up to $1,800 very quickly. However, what they've been doing is going on an 8-figure spending spree, buying several different cryptos. And since everything is tracked on the blockchain, we can see what they're buying and when. So here's what they did. Number one, they bought $3 million worth of Polygon Matic. Now, I'm particularly proud of that pick because of my Patreon. That was the pick I gave out a month ago, as I am most bullish on, and I'm still bullish on. Made that pick at about 52 cents. So if you're interested, you can go check out my Patreon for more information. This week, there's going to be another one that I'll be dropping, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, $3 million worth of the Matic, which is, of course, a layer 2 scaling solution for the Ethereum network. Number two, ApeCoin, which is the coin associated with the Bored Ape Yacht Club, which is, of course, the gold standard of NFTs. This wallet holder bought about $1.3 million worth of ApeCoin, and looking at the chart, it looks like that could probably be one of the better times to buy it. Over the past several months, it's continued its drawback, but right now kind of holding steady with Bitcoin, so probably this wallet holder is thinking that the market has either bottomed, or if it does anything, it'll just go sideways for a while, which will give them more time to accumulate more crypto, but ultimately probably has bigger upside. Number three, they bought FTX token, which is known as FTT, which is the token that the FTX exchange, which is Sam Bankman-Fried's exchange, uses. And it was found actually that several days ago, they bought $6.3 million worth of the FTT token. But not only that, yesterday, they went back and bought some more. They bought another $2.4 million. So that's a total of $8.7 million worth of FTX Exchange's FTT token. That could be one to keep an eye on. And of course, it wouldn't be an Ethereum wallet spending spree without spending some on a metaverse project. That being Sandbox, the Sand token. They bought $2.2 million worth of the Sand token. Of course, many people think that the metaverse is basically just in its infancy, and so the more metaverse tokens you can accumulate, the better. That's a big speculation, but that's probably what this extremely wealthy Ethereum wallet holder is thinking. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. If you do appreciate the content and you are not a subscriber yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join the Late Night Grind community. Also, follow me on Twitter. There is a link in the description down below. And also, if you are new to the channel, go ahead and visit the community tab. I put up polls up there on a weekly basis. I'd love to know what you guys think about all of these stories that I cover, as well as the cryptocurrency world and, of course, the fiat world. And are we or are we not in a recession? You can go check out those polls. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end, for smashing that thumbs up button. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next video.